Hello and welcome to the podcast, episode 5, Joey Acker Experiment, because it is an experiment and it's a little therapy at the same time. 3 new topics today that we're going to talk about. What makes a Gen X man happy? Might be surprised, and you may not be surprised depending on what your age is. Number 2 is going to be Cilantro Sucks, and we'll get into that 100%. And then number 3, we are saving the planet. Okay, we'll get into that. And I'm sure I'm going to have some people that are going to think that I'm crazy and that I'm wrong and I've got all these things. And let's just get right into it. First one, what makes a Gen X man happy? Well, you might be surprised. There's not much that it takes to make a Gen X man happy. And the reason being is because if you grew up in the era, in the time that I did, in the 80s pretty much, you will basically realize that we had to do a lot to stimulate ourselves. And I mean a lot. So that being said, we were constantly on the move. We always had to do things. I mean, we didn't have Ubers. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have, these super high-tech realistic gaming systems. The internet was, whatever. We didn't have all these things. So we had to make our own happiness. And making our own happiness was a little bit of a chore sometimes. I mean, we really literally had to get out and get her done. So, but what does it take today in today's society? Because now we're probably in our late 40s or early to mid 50s. Now, that being said, realistically, because I'm sure you can relate if you're an older man like myself, that really what makes us happy is leaving us the fuck alone. Just leave us the fuck alone. If you see that we're relaxing and we're not working and we're not doing things, don't ask us to fucking do something, because we're just trying to chill out. And you'd be shocked at how often people just come up and we're trying to just kind of get our zen on, and we're just literally trying to zero out everything around us. And sometimes just that little bit is the real deal McGill that really, really puts us in our zone and makes us happy. Not coming up and saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" Well, you know what I'm doing. I'm not doing shit. Can you fix this for me? Or can you help me? Can you? That basically will drive us nuts. And we're going to do it because that's who we are. That's how we roll. And that's what we have done most all of our lives, because that's what we had to do. We had to basically, help everybody. And we had to go out and do things all the time. So what really truly makes us happy is simplicity, peace and quiet. Let us watch a football game. Go get us a beer. Go make us something to eat. Little things. We don't need you to take us to some 5-star restaurant. We don't need you to, go buy us a bunch of crap. Most of us, if you're like me, I'm not some materialistic individual. I don't define things by how much it costs or how much I have. I just want to just be able to relax and enjoy the little bit that I get, and it's not a lot. So you want to know what makes us happy? Well, biff, bam, boom. That's it. Leave us the fuck alone. That's it. We don't need a lot. We just need to have people understand that we have been going lights out since we were young. Most of you can relate to that. And we just need a little bit of us. That's what we need. Now, the second one is true and dear to my heart. Cilantro. My wife will tell you. We were just talking about it tonight in the kitchen. And I told her just cilantro sucks. And she just, for the life of her, cannot understand. She loves it. She just will put it on damn near anything, especially if it's Mexican. And everybody else in the house despises it, just absolutely despises it. As a matter of fact, I don't know very many people that do like it. So in my personal opinion, I think there's more of us that don't like it than there are that do. And I'm sure you'll disagree with me. And I'm sure I'll get a lot of people that maybe listen to this and will say, Mr. Joe, you're wrong. Well, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But my problem is that no matter where you go, whether it's a Mexican restaurant or just a Tex-Mex or anywhere that they can dump that shit on the food or into the salsa or anything, into queso, I mean, oh my God, it's so frustrating. So I literally have to be very on my game when we go and we eat. I have to, because I can't trust anything in a Mexican restaurant. I literally have to analyze everything. And I hate it because it sucks. Because there's times that I have ordered and they will have, I'll think it's parsley because it looks just like parsley. And it'll be sprinkled all over my big, delicious burrito. And I'll be like, oh, it's just parsley because it didn't say cilantro in the menu. But my wife will look at it and she'll go, you might want me to test that. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Do it. She goes, you do not want to eat that. You are doomed. I'm like, son of a bitch. So now I get to scrape everything off, because usually when I get my burritos and all that, man, they're like stuffed with beef or shredded chicken, all the delicious yummy. And I just want to eat it all up, and I just want to. And now I got to scrape all of that delicious cheese off the top, all the queso off the top, and I got to start all over again. But the biggest problem that I have with it is that it's been on there long enough that it leaves just a hint, even though I've scraped it off, when I cover it up with some fresh queso. And that really pisses me off. It really sucks. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, or if maybe you don't like cilantro, but it's very, very frustrating. And it just really sucks because it's so powerful and so strong that if you don't like it and you can't understand from another person and why they tell you that cilantro sucks, they're like, oh, it tastes like soap. It tastes just like soap. It doesn't taste anything like fucking soap. I can't even describe what it tastes like. It doesn't matter how much gets in your mouth if you don't like it. It overpowers everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. It'll take 2, 3 shit. I may not have enough beers to drink to knock it out. And not only that, it ruins everything else if I screw up and I get a little bit in my mouth. It's so powerful. It for the life of me, for something that's so small, has so much power and tastes like shit. It just blows my mind. And it's absolutely amazing on the power of something that looks like parsley. So my wife loves it. All my kids can't stand it. My mother cannot stand it. And they put it in everything. Why? Why does it go in everything? Guacamole, salsa, queso, fajitas, burritos, tacos. I mean, shit, they put it in everything, man. And then, in the way that they chop it, you just don't know. You really don't know. So now I just assume that it's not parsley. It is cilantro. And I have basically gotten something that I cannot eat. And it looks so amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. There was one time that I came home and the wife was cooking and we were making street tacos. And I was coming through the garage and I was about to walk into the house, and my oldest son walks up. He goes, Dad, don't go in there. I said, dude, I'm going in the house. And he goes, I'm telling you, don't go in there. He goes, I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. Why? I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. It literally smells like a cilantro farm. I was like, what? I literally walked in the door. The kitchen, you take a left, and it's literally right there is our kitchen off the dining room. And I literally could not believe it. I literally had to beeline it straight to the game room. It smelled so bad, I thought I was going to get sick. I was like, oh my Jesus, that smells so fucking bad. And he was right. And he goes, was I wrong? I said, hell no, you weren't wrong. I will never, ever doubt you again. But cilantro, I'm just telling you, they need to make it as a side item, and it needs to be something that people can just sprinkle on their own shit whenever they want to, because it sucks. Now, on to the next number 3 topic. We're saving the planet. Shut the fuck up. We're not saving anything. Okay? Let me explain why. We are such a selfish, locust, worthless species that we literally make anything we want it to be to work our own direction. Now, let me explain what that means if you don't understand what I'm saying. That we can turn anything with whatever we want to do because the planet doesn't belong to anybody but people. Nobody. Sharks don't own the planet. Giraffes don't own the planet. Lions, bears, deer. Doesn't fucking matter. We own this planet, and what we say goes. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. But we own all the land. We own all the water. We own everything. And it's really pretty fucking disgusting if you really sit down and think about it. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I'm not trying to make myself as I'm some amazing person. I'm not. I'm almost as bad as most people. You know what I'm saying? But quit saying that you're saving the fucking planet, because you're not saving shit. What you're doing is you can't save a rock. This rock spins in space around the sun. And if it slung us all off into space, guess what it's still going to do? It's still going to fucking spin. And it doesn't need us. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't need shit. It doesn't need oxygen. It doesn't need water. It doesn't need anything. Unlike us, we need water. We need food. We need things to survive. So you're not really saving shit. We're saving things for us. That's what we're doing. We're trying to make things work for us. Other than that, you can't save the planet. So what they need to do is say, hey, we are basically trying to make things better so that we don't basically make ourselves go extinct. That's basically it. Which we're gonna kill ourselves anyway. We are the epitome of our own doom. I mean, we're literally our own doom, because we can't help ourselves. We just cannot help ourselves. We actually just have to do everything and make it work our own direction. So, going and recycling, trying to carbon emissions, all this stuff, and all these things that we think that we're doing to make things so much better is just most of it, if you do enough research, most of it's a crock of shit. People go, you don't recycle. You mean you don't recycle your plastic bottles and your beer cans and your glass bottles? God, you're killing the planet. Well, let's dive into that one for just a second. What it takes to melt a plastic bottle and the energy that it takes is worse for the planet than it is to turn it into recycle it, except for like shredding it up and then basically light melting it and turning it into something else. It's almost better to just bury it into the ground and let her rip, tear, chip. Same thing with glass, aluminum. Most people don't understand and don't realize, they're so focused on the aluminum cans and stuff that they don't realize what's the most abundant item on the planet. Aluminum. Literally, aluminum. Look it up. There's so much aluminum on this planet. It is ridiculous. I don't think that we'll ever run out of it. Ever. I mean, ever. There's so much aluminum. and trying to melt it down and turning into something else. I mean, I get it, you're whatever, but quit saying that, if you're melting it down, that you're doing so much good, because you're really not. You're burning energy and doing all these things. It's like electric cars. Don't really get me onto that shit, because we're going to have a whole other setup with that too, with electric cars. Just to let you know, it takes oil or coal or wind to actually power those fucking Teslas and all those electric hybrid cars that you're buying that you think are so great for the planet. Well, I get 200 miles before I have to do another fill up. Who gives a shit? Because guess what? Those batteries are only guaranteed for 10 years. Where are they going? Do you know what a battery consists of? Do you know what goes into that? Those lithium ion batteries that they put in those cars? What are you going to do with it? Have you ever been to a strip mining operation? If you haven't, you should go check it out sometime. Better yet, get on your Google that makes you so smart. If you're young and you're saying whatever, it's absolutely amazing at how awful it is. It is usually as far as the eye can see, and it's nothing but a giant hole in the ground. And they're just strip mining, pulling everything out of the earth, whatever they can do. And it's literally massive. I mean, it's absolutely massive. But don't sit there and say, because you drive this car that you're saving the planet. It takes a fossil fuel to power it. Almost all of it. Almost all of it. Most of the time you're not getting windmills, because windmills just don't generate that much energy. But that being said, we're not saving the planet. What we are doing is we're trying to make it a little bit better and make it a little bit longer, to basically keep us from, killing ourselves off of the planet. Because I can tell you right now, we ain't saving shit. And you can work in any direction you want to, and you can say I'm wrong, but you know what? We ain't saving a damn thing. Oh shit. What the fuck news? What's on today's news? Well, today's news is very interesting. I was watching Fox News the other day, and I literally came across a deal. You can't make this up. This is real. On Planned Parenthood, because they're about to have cutbacks and things like that with, the Planned Parenthood and some other stuff, because of budget cuts and stuff like that, because Donald Trump's the devil, whatever. But anyway, Planned Parenthood is very, it's one of those things that I don't think it's really one of those things that is completely needed 100%. I think there is some good to it, but I think some of the stuff that they're doing just so they can try to get some capital cash and some money from the government is crock shit. Now, Planned Parenthood has a new campaign that they're working on. Look it up. And what they're doing is they're basically telling trans men that they need to go and get tested for cervical cancer. Cervical cancer. Are you fucking kidding me? Cervical cancer. That'd be like me telling my wife that she needs to go to the doctor and go get tested for testicular cancer. I mean, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You can't make this shit up. And I mean, it's just like, wow. Are you kidding me? So we need to government fund an operation that's basically telling trans men that they need to go and get something checked out so that they can generate money from the government that they don't even have. Can't have, won't have, never will have. It's never going to happen. It's absolutely the most ludicrous thing I have ever seen in my life. And, the whole trans thing, I don't care that you're trans. Okay. I really don't. I don't care that you're playing make believe and you are a woman pretending to be a man, or you're a man pretending to be a girl, and you can get worked up all you want. I don't care. If you were born with a penis, you're never going to be a girl. Doesn't matter how many operations. It doesn't matter what you do. You're never going to be a girl. Ever. Ever. I don't care if you put fake boobs on. I don't care whatever. Those boobs are never going to produce milk. It is never going to get pregnant. You physically cannot get pregnant. You will never bear a child from your body if you are basically a trans man or whatever you want to be. Same thing with women. One woman that wants to be a man cannot go and knock up another female. She doesn't produce semen. It just cannot happen. It will not happen. It's never going to happen. So, nothing against you trans people, but you need to wake the fuck up, and it's ridiculous and it's stupid. So, with that being said, you have a fantastic day, and I'm out.